Hi guys, that's me here and I'm back with another Futhead squad builder. And as you can see, today we're building a hybrid around Yilmaz. I forget his first name. What's the formation I'm going to use? Pretty sure I have one. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. So obviously we're going to go ahead and stick Yilmaz out front. Yilmaz is, I'm not going to do the inform because that's around 72k, but I imagine that's a very good card. And this original one, I'm not going to be using that either, although it is probably, yeah, it's only slightly cheaper. You get a 4 overall increase. But this Yilmaz card is absolutely brilliant. You know, he's a fantastic striker, online and offline. I've used him on both, and he's an absolutely brilliant striker. So yeah, definitely recommend. Sorry. So yeah, anyway, this team is a 25k squad team. As you can see there, Yilmaz hybrid 25k. So yeah, we're going to be looking at relatively cheap players, but players that are still very good. So now I'm going to move on to the centre forward, and the player I've picked for the centre forward is Yilmaz's clubmate, Selçuk Inan. Again, he's a very good player. He's got decent dribbling, but his shooting and passing are his main things. He's not the quickest. He's not great in the air. That's why I don't want him as a CDM, and he's not great defensively. That's why I don't want him as a CDM. And we're going forward, his passing, just do a through ball to Yilmaz, and Yilmaz has 81 pace. It feels more like 91. He's really quick. He's also 6'2", and he's good in the air as well, Yilmaz. But anyway, on to Inan now. And Inan is just a fantastic player to have. I prefer him in the cam role, but you're going to see why I have him in the centre forward role. I prefer him in the cam role if he's in the centre, but if he's out on in the wide cam role, he doesn't seem to be as effective. Yeah, he's just a brilliant passer. Decent long shots as well, so that's why I really like him. Now on the left we've got Arda Turan, I guess the better version. Yeah, he's got not great pace and not the best shooting either. It's, you know, they're decent, they're good enough, you'll get by with him. But the reason he's in there is mainly his dribbling and his passing are absolutely brilliant. He's also alright in the air, considering he's like, I'm not exactly sure how tall he is actually. I thought he was like 5'11", 5'10". Oh my god. Okay, I won't know then. But yeah, he's a good player. Sorry, Arda Turan. And sorry, I just had a yelp. I think that's what you call them in your throat, or a gulp or something like that. Not really a gulp. Anyway, who cares? But yeah, Arda Turan's a really good player. I definitely recommend anyone going and signing him. Now, as the other cam, you know, I think it's kind of obvious. Wesley Sneijder in the Galatasaray version. Again, you know, he's not the quickest, but you don't really need that with Wesley Sneijder. His passing, his dribbling, and his shooting is absolutely fantastic. He's actually alright in the air, considering it only says 51, as you can see there, but he's actually better than it says. So yeah, I definitely recommend going and signing him. Now then, the first CDM is another Galatasaray player in Felipe Melo. Now you'll be thinking, well, you got all Galatasaray and Turkish players. Don't worry, the hybrid stuff. I think it has 5 leagues and something like, I think it might be 4 different nationalities. I'm not sure. It might just be the 3. I think it's just the 3 actually. Yeah, but 5 different leagues and 4 nationalities it spreads across, so it is quite, you know, quite a lot. But yeah, so Felipe Melo is basically just in there kind of for the chemistry, but also you know, because he is a decent player as well. He's not the quickest, but he's a very balanced player, which is, I know a lot of people like balanced players and CDMs, as long as, for me, they've got good work rates, which Melo does. He has, yeah, here we go, that's how you do it, just click. He has high defensive and medium attacking, which is what I want for at least one of my CDMs, and you'll see why it's so important for him to have high defensive when you see the other one, the CDM. But he's also got good tackling. His passing is actually relatively good. He's relatively good with a long shot as well. Really fit, really strong, and being 6 foot, he's actually relatively decent in the air as well. 7'6" heading. He's just a really balanced player, and you look at all that. They're all yellow stats, and I know a lot of people really like that. His traits argues with the referee, not too bad, I guess. But yeah, again, 3-star weak foot, that can be really helpful, and you don't really need the 2-star skill moves with him. But Melo's one of those players that a lot of people wouldn't think to put in, but really should be in now. Oh god, I've forgotten his name, the next CDM. Oh my god, oh yeah, it's Nuri Sahin. There is an informed version of him, but I'm not going to use that because it's so expensive and we're on a budget here. So I'm going to move him back into CDM. Now if you take a look at him and his work rates, he's got high attacking and medium defensive. He's also got really good weak foot and skill moves, well, decent skill moves, 3-star. Now he's not as balanced, you know, he's not that quick, he's not great in the air. He's got quite a few red stats, mainly to do with, but you know, there's stuff that he doesn't really need. He's great passer, his long shots are much better than it says. I think, yeah, long shots are actually 80, the shot power is only 69, but it definitely feels better than that. He's a great dribbler and a great person to have in this team. You know, again, there isn't much pace in this team, at least going forward, but they all have really good passing. And Yilmaz is really, really pacey. He feels much more than 81. So yeah, definitely, Sahin's definitely someone you want to get in there, especially for the for the chemistry. Now the the left back. Sorry, I should say. I don't know how to spell this. Felipe, that's it. Felipe Luis. He links up with Arda Turan really well. I'm sure you've already guessed the first centre back from the two players already surrounding him. But Luis, he's good. His work rates, I believe, are high and medium. Yeah, high attacking and medium defensive. But again, he's relatively quick. He's got really good crossing, which is good for Yilmaz, who's really good in the air. He gets forward, he gets back. He's just a really good, solid player to have at left back. Now I'm going to move on to right back, and it's Gregory van der Veel in the PSG version. He's a really, really good player. Gets forward. I think he's got the same work rates as Felipe Luis. Yeah, high and medium. Really, really quick. Gets forward. Again, a good crosser. Really pacey. Not the best defensively, but he does the job. With Felipe Melo there, it's quite easy for him to do the job as well. So yeah, Gregory van der Veel is just an absolute brilliant player to have in that role. Links up with Schneider quite well, and links up with the first centre back quite well, which is Alex. I know a lot of people, if you have the money, definitely go for Thiago Silva, but Alex is a decent, replacement for him. He's got medium attack and medium defensive, which is a bit odd sometimes. It can be a bit hard to deal with, but he's cheap. He fits in really well, and overall he's just a really good player to have in the team. I've used him before online, and he's actually a lot better. He feels a bit quicker than 54 pace. You don't really need it because his positioning just seems so good. He's really good in the air, he's got brilliant tackling, and he's just one of my favourite defenders on the game. And he sits beside the other central defender, which is Felipe Luis. Obviously there mainly for his pace, but he's brilliant in the air, decent defensively as well. I believe his work rates are medium attacking and high defensive. No, they're medium and medium as well, so that can be a bit of a thing. You've got two medium players, but at the same time you've got Melo who will sit right in front of them, and it should be okay. Like I say, this isn't the best team, but I'm trying to do ones that aren't just 500k squads and they're the best teams. I'm trying to get a few more that are decent teams and relatively interesting. And then the goalkeeper is, for me, one of my favourite goalkeepers on the game. Where is he? Diego Alves, Brazilian keeper, links up obviously with the two centre backs because they're both Brazilian as well. Not a lot to say on Diego Alves. He's just a really, really good, solid player, and I quite like him. I really like him as a keeper. Yeah, there isn't really too much to say on him. Overall, I'm considering building this team myself. It's only 23 to 24k on PS, so you might be able to get it slightly cheaper, maybe a bit more expensive. It could go all the way to like 30k, maybe 35 if you're unlucky and you're just bidding at the wrong times. You could get it for around 15 if you're very, very lucky, I would say. Not necessarily in this formation. 4-2-3-1 is pretty popular. But overall I think it's a pretty decent team. I recommend you go and use it, and yeah, I might even build it myself, depending on how much coins I actually have on Ultimate Team. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.